Today we talked about our motivations as gamers, fandom entitlement, and crummy relationship advice. Should you be catered to? If we checked any red flags during the recording of this podcast, please let everyone know at our Instagram, Twitter, or at our website, tiltednotster.com. Know your worth, queen.
Hello, my name is Edwin,
I'm Jeff. And I'm Frantic.
and together we're Tilted Not Stirred. So what is you guys feeling tilted today, guys? What's going up?
Not much with me. I'm starting the last week of my boot camp, so
Damn, about time.
yeah.
Hey, congratulations. Now you can
Yeah.
finally stop saying that you went to class every week.
Yeah.
Bro, I haven't said that in like a month, yo. Alright? For like the last month, I was talking about The Wire.
He was talking about The Wire.
Yeah,
That's true. I'll give you that.
but I tried a chicken sandwich, not the one Frantic wanted me to try, a different one.
What?
Okay, what is it?
Alright,
Give us
yeah.
the
Let's
The
hear
give
it.
us the
I
deets.
tried the Jack in the Box. I forgot. I think it's like the clucky, extra clucky one. It had bacon, barbecue, and onion rings. I was like, "Fuck
Bacon?
yeah, this is my shit, right?"
That's illegal.
I was
can't add-
disappointed.
You can't add bacon to a chicken sandwich. It's no longer a chicken sandwich.
It kind of does sound good though. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm a spicy chicken purist. I'm not gonna go out and buy a chicken sandwich that's not spicy.
Okay,
Well,
so
I figured I'd try it, but nah, it was disappointing, man. Those onion rings were shit. They killed the whole sandwich for me.
So
But,
not,
I mean-
not much cluck to that
Nah.
chicken, huh? Damn.
They work on the western. I remember the western with the chickens, with the onion rings does work. What?
Yeah,
what
but that was Carl's. That's Carl's Jr.
Yeah, that's Carl's Jr. Their onion rings are better. These onion rings were trash, dude. I bit into it and the onion was still raw.
it
Damn.
made you cry.
Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck is this shit, dude?"
Gordon Ramsay comes in. These onion rings are raw.
Bloody raw! The bat is still running.
Fuck, man. Damn, that sucks. Hey, you still gotta try the KFC one, dude.
See,
At this
I've
point,
been wanting to try it, but
I'm starting to
it's-
sound like a walking billboard. For
I know,
these
but
guys.
it's so economically priced that it would cost me more to order it on DoorDash. I'd have to get like 3 of them to save.
We
money.
need to
Hey, do
we
it.
need to take a trip to Jollibee together. I heard their spicy chicken sandwich were amazing.
Where's
Well,
that?
something.
Jollibee's in Rancho?
Yeah, I know of
shit.
one in Chino, but
Yeah, but we definitely have to go to Jollibee because even my mom, she was like, "Hey, I tried a spicy chicken sandwich," and I was like, "Oh, cool." And then she was like, "It was from this place. My Asian coworkers got it for me. It's from this place with a little bee." And I was like, I can't believe
okay.
you tried it before me. And she was like, "It was great. Probably the best spicy chicken sandwich I've had."
Yo.
Nah, I'm still riding on Popeyes, dude. That shit's fire. I hate mayo, and I love everything about that sandwich.
We got to go to Jollibee though. All right. What have you been up to, Frantic? What's up?
2 words, boys. 2 words.
Resident
New
Sleeper.
World. No,
Oh,
New
shit,
World.
wrong one.
New World. Oh man, the game released. Tomorrow's officially 1 week since the release, and
Your 1 week anniversary.
yeah, it's
And this is the first time we've spoken to him since.
It's pretty damn good, boys. Yeah. We haven't talked much since the release. I will admit.
Yeah, we got on a call. He talked about the game for 15 minutes and said, "Oh, hold on, guys, I gotta go do a raid."
And he never
Dude,
came
Never
back.
came back.
We raided we did the dungeon like 3 times. So yeah.
I love this. This is great. All right.
This is great. I'm having so much fun with the game. They fixed a lot of the issues, and some people are already max level. So let's see how long it keeps the players engaged after already kind of doing the whole thing. Because they grinded to max level, but they didn't actually finish the game because there's a lot of like quests and stuff. Even though the quests aren't very good, but anyways, let's see what happens once everyone reaches max level.
I find it infectious listening to somebody like geek out about something, anything. Even if I don't enjoy it, I really love hearing someone just, very happy with whatever they're enjoying right now, and it's fun to hear you talk about New World.
Dude, every time I get on, I obviously I lose track of time, but just the amount of people that I've met and like in the game, right? I don't know if I'll ever meet these people in person, but everyone's like so friendly in our guild, in our company is what they call them in New World, and wow. I look forward to like every day I wake up and I'm like, man, when am I gonna make some time for New World today?
That's
So,
nice. It's really nice when a video game makes you feel that way. When you're like, man, I want to go back and play this game, or you're thinking about it every waking moment of your day. It's kind of weird. You're out there having fun in your day-to-day life, and you're like, but what about this game right now?
yeah, that was me at I went to on October 1st. I went to the Dodgers game,
Mm-hmm.
to the Dia de los Dodgers, and the whole time I'm like, fuck, man, I could be playing New World.
I'm sure our girlfriends would love to hear that happens in our head when we're out and about with them. Sometimes we're out there and we're like, fuck, this game right now. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm guilty with my girlfriend. Sometimes I'm like, she's telling me about her day and something, and I'm just like, so this video game right now just released, and I'm super excited about it.
Like, yeah, that's cool. What happened at work is cool, but like this game though.
But Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl though.
Yeah, but this fucking video game though. Let me tell you about this game though. And she's like, I play games for fun.
Yeah. But yeah, the Dia de los Dodgers game was really fun. And going to the game, I was like, fuck, I should be playing New World. But once I was there, I realized that, you know what, like this game is like a marathon. There's no point in sprinting because the game's like, it's gonna be out for a long time, hopefully.
Those bobbleheads you got for Dia de los Dodgers were amazing.
Yeah, dude, they're so nice. I have one on my desk, and it's just chilling.
I showed it to my girlfriend. I was with her, and then I saw your story, and I showed it to her, and she really likes like the Day of the Dead like aesthetic.
Yeah.
So she really liked those.
Yeah, there was people walking around like with full face paint. So it was cool. It was honestly really good. The one thing that I was sad about was that Kershaw was pitching and I didn't know, so I was super hyped. And then second inning happened and they took him out, and I'm like, oh,
dude,
God.
don't. I legit fucking cried. Don't fucking talk about Kershaw.
Dude, I was so angry. I was in the line for Shake Shack when that happened, and I'm like, what? Out already? Like, I thought he was gonna go.
Dude, I legit fucking cried.
I'm not in the know. What's going on?
I heard he got hurt again.
He got hurt again, and this is potentially his last season as a Dodger. If the Dodgers somehow fuck up and don't re-sign him, I don't know.
Wait, isn't he the icon of the Dodgers? Why wouldn't they resign him?
You fucking tell me. There's also the possibility that he retires, which is equally as heartbreaking.
I would love that better than if I was a Dodger fan.
No, because he fucking went out. He went out with like a fucking. This last year, he spent like half the season on the injured list. Like,
but you take that over them going to a different team.
I just want him to finish the season as a Dodger. We get him another ring where he's actually playing in the World Series again.
Yeah, I was pretty upset. I didn't want to think of like the whole entire implications of this, but I was heartbroken because I know that Kershaw didn't want to go out like that. And so I feel for the guy a lot because he's a competitor. And but yeah, other than that, we got to see Trey Turner pop off. He solo home run, and the score was 1-5. And then he bases loaded. He comes up and he hits a grand slam. There it is. I was in the right field pavilion, and everyone popped the fuck off. It felt like we had just won the game on the spot, but the game was tied. So it was great. It was one of those moments that I don't think I'll forget anytime soon.
That sounds fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, I was hyped.
I popped off when I was at my house.
Yeah, everybody in the stands was the whole stadium was jumping, dude. It was great.
Dude, because you went to like that game was a must win because we were still trying to get first place in the division. So all of
Yeah.
those games were fucking important.
Yes, sir. And I mean, Dodgers took care of business, but the Giants won their games too. So
Fuck the Padres, dude. Could never do anything right.
yeah. So now I'm just I don't want to jinx it, but shit always happens.
You
with
don't
the
fucking
Cardinals.
say that shit. Oh my god, Frank,
Dude.
that's the rule number one. You don't say the fucking word.
Dude. I'm
Just
not.
stop.
I'm
Just
not.
stop. Just stop. Edwin, what did you do this week?
I'm not that superstitious. dude.
Anyways, I mean, sports fans are superstitious bunch. Sports fans. We are in there, and it's a fucking weird religion. Anyways, I'm planning my anniversary trip to San Francisco, and I'm trying to figure out what exactly we're gonna do over there. But we have the hotel secured. I mean, it's a 1 month payment, of rent for about 3 days.
Shit.
That's fun. And then let's see. We got our plane tickets and we have our reservations to the hotel. We still have to figure out what exactly we're going to do. For me, I like to pick out little places to eat that are special or different,
Well, there's a
So-
ton of them.
Yeah, definitely have to do my homework on that specifically. I always like to include an ice cream spot on our trip. Whenever we take a trip, we always have to go to the ice cream spot. So we did that when we were in Denver, and now I have to research the ice cream spot of San Francisco. We're gonna figure that out,
Cool.
and then try to find an event to do out there.
Have
we
you
spent-
been to the prison yet?
Alcatraz,
It's Alcatraz, yeah.
in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, but that's about it.
Yeah, if you're looking for something to do, it's something that I still want to do. But you got to book those in advance, so now would be the time if you're interested.
Well, my girlfriend's a crime person, so
There you go.
probably
Tour prison.
Perfect. There it is.
yeah, that's a really good suggestion. I'm
Mhm.
definitely gonna write that up. See if we can get tickets for the time. But yeah, I another thing I want to talk about is you linked us during the week. You linked us a survey to take. What kind of gamer what's our motivation to play video games and stuff? Because on the last podcast, I said that I couldn't play a video game if I wasn't being productive beforehand. I just don't feel right playing the video game, I don't
Mhm.
get that enjoyment. And you linked us a survey and we all took it. You guys want to discuss that real quick?
Let's do it.
Yeah. I got a different one than what you two got.
Wait,
Okay.
how do you know? I haven't even told you what I got.
He didn't tell us what he got. Okay, so
I paid attention.
First, I guess I'll go first real quick, okay? I got Gladiator, and it describes gladiators as competitive gamers who are more likely to identify as hardcore. They want to play games and engage with them using a broad spectrum of features, and they're looking for epic skill-based experiences in their game. Okay, that's what I got. All right, what about you guys?
I guess I'll go. I got Ninja. And it says here, ninjas seek out difficult challenges that blend strategic decision making, fast pacing, and competition. They use video games as places to test their skills and wits against other players. Which is right on the money.
Cool.
Okay, what about you, Jeff?
I got Slayer.
Oh.
Slayers want to be the heroic protagonist in a cinematic story. They are solo gamers who enjoy highly curated narratives and slower paced gameplay. They see games as highly interactive action movies to be experienced.
Okay, I actually identify with Slayer. It just has a weird name for somebody who, I don't know. That's a weird name for like an adventure type gamer.
I don't think it's adventure. I think it's just like high action, fast paced stuff. Isn't
Well, no,
that what
'cause it's like-
Slayer is?
It even says highly curated narratives and slower paced gameplay.
Oh.
Yeah, so for Jeff, it suits him, right? You got Breath of the Wild, it's just like that, But for you, for Frantic, I feel like Dark Souls fits that narrative, like, or something that is so hard, or like League of Legends too. You want to like,
For sure. Yeah, League of Legends. I play games like Humankind, Magic. So all of
those are,
that is all strategy.
but they're not fast paced necessarily. At least Magic isn't.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like in the end, like my motivation is like a battle of wits against someone. So any game that I see video games as like a medium to test somebody else's brains.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So action component. What was your score on the action component of this survey?
70%.
Action.
64%.
Oh, I got 19%.
Oof.
So Franic's not for Franic's a strategic gamer.
Frank's not an
That's
action
it.
guy.
Yeah.
It's not an action guy, but more strategic. And what was your breakdown on the action? So what component made it, for action? Yeah. So if you scroll down to action components, they describe what's your main component of action that you get from video games.
Destruction and excitement.
So mine is excitement with an 86%.
Oh, 82 for destruction.
And
so
my destruction was 8%. I don't care for fucking blowing shit up.
Yeah, for me, excitement is like fast paced, like fighting games and stuff, like that kind of excitement. Destruction, I'm not really into.
Yeah, my
That's like
my biggest things for me were social at 93% and mastery at 95%.
We want to go for the biggest.
Yeah.
Mine's immersion. Immersion at 90%.
Mine's social at 80%. But immersion is close at 76.
So for social, are you like a social? Like for me, social, I was like, I'm not really social when I play video games. I don't like interacting with anybody. But my social score is 70% because my competition is 86%.
Oh, bro, I got you beat there. My competition is 95%.
Yeah.
That's all it is, man. Competition.
So for Franic, I think I would assume community outweighed the competition, right?
I have competition at 92% and community at 86.
Oh, whoa! Both of your stats are high.
Yeah, you scored high on it.
Okay.
Yeah, my community was only at 36%.
What about your mastery components? Like how challenging and strategic a game should be. What scores did you guys get there?
Challenge at 34, strategy 11. I did low.
I got challenge at 90 and strategy at 94.
Well, you got high.
I got 17% for mastery component.
I got challenge at 73% and strategy at 65.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. I've been known to give up on a game if it's too hard.
That's when the game starts, dude. If it's not hard, then it's not a game.
If it just beats your face in, I'm like, dude, this game's kind of like not fun. But achievement components, the completion, I got that very high. Got 96 on it.
Damn, I got a 7% for achievement components.
What about you, Frantic?
Very low on that.
Yeah, my completion is at 14%. Like, I don't really care too much about getting all of the achievements or getting all the things. I just want to have the strongest thing, and that's it. That's all I need.
For me, it's like
David, I want. Bro. For gamers who score high on design, this means collecting costumes and mounts in games like World of Warcraft.
Lol.
Oh, mega lol.
For me, I like to play video games to get stories, even if it's like the most minuscule side story. I'll do it. I like to understand what's going on in the world and how the characters are reacting to it, and any dissonance, anything that, like, if an NPC doesn't feel like it fits into the game, it throws me off. I really like video games that all create this world for you, and they all kind of just fit in there, and it's just nice and secure. I like to be immersed in my gameplay, so as the highest score suggests, my immersion.
Yeah, well, I hope not too immersed, because I don't know if you guys have heard about the latest thing that happened with Genshin Impact.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Follow the subreddit.
Yeah. So Genshin Impact, it's a gacha game, and a gacha game is I think Jeff should explain what a gacha game
Okay,
is.
hold on. Give me a second, okay? We have been told that we describe things first and foremost, and we just go on it, right? I just realized I said NPC.
Non-playable character.
Yeah, it's a non-playable character. It's a character that when you're playing a video game, you go up to it and talk to it. You're not playing that character, but it's talking to you. It's telling you, "Hey, I'm part of this game. Here's a tip. Here's an item. Something." That's an NPC, a character that you do not control. All right, go ahead.
So Jeff, what is a gacha game?
Haven't I already talked enough about gacha games?
What is a gacha game, Jeff?
So
They're Jeff's favorite game
I
type.
play one. You fucks.
So what is a gacha game?
It's a game that encourages you to randomly summon for items or characters, and these characters are strictly better than whatever they give you for free.
Cool. So Genshin Impact is probably, I don't know if it is the best gacha game, but it's basically a very, very good game that implemented these gacha mechanics that have caused people to spend a lot of money to try to pull a rare item or a character, right? And so like their 1 million anniversary came up
1 year.
1 year. What did I say? Jesus.
He said 1 million.
Yeah, millionth anniversary. No, okay. Yikes. Their 1 year anniversary and their anniversary rewards, correct me if I'm wrong, people expected to get free stuff. And they said, oh, here's more things for you to try to unlock with money.
Yeah, so what happened was it's the 1 year. Generally, gacha games for their 1 year anniversary ball out. They give you like a bunch of free summoning tools. They'll give you like a free character, other in-game currency. You know, it's like an event to be like, oh shit, I got a bunch of free stuff. So people were expecting a lot of big things from Genshin because, you know, it's player driven. You know, these guys are dedicated. They're whales. They drop a bunch of money on it. And they got like, I think 5 crystals, which isn't even good to summon one item. And then they released like a premium bundle for like $40.
All right, I'm gonna describe something in the layman's terms possible here. Here we go. Gotcha. You guys described it right, but let's say a gotcha would be like going up to a coin-operated machine, right? It shows you all the prices in the front, right? But you still have to put your quarter in and get one at randomly. It's like a blind opening of something, and gotcha games profit on that. They tell you
they were actually named off of the machines.
Yeah,
that you just described.
So a gotcha game will tell you, look at all these nice characters that you don't have currently. They're brand new. We just released them, and they're stronger than the ones you have. But look at them. They're super nice. They're super sexy. Whatever the hell drives that game. Okay, so you see them, and you're like, I want that. So when you summon something, you have to use in-game currency, or you know, you have to play the game to acquire the currency needed to open a pack or a character at random. You know, and sometimes you don't even get the character. It's like, here's an item that is not a character, but here's an item we didn't tell you that could come up, but we just told you the nice premium things that could come up. We didn't tell you that you could actually get shafted and
No, Edwin, that's illegal. They do tell you. It's just buried in a bunch of
They tell you,
stuff.
but the advertising is like, oh, that's a cool banner character. Like, you know, a character that's on the advertising.
Yeah.
And then if you click on like a question mark icon or something, it'll probably tell you like, oh, it's like a 0.5% drop.
0.05%.
Yeah, like, you know. And so basically what happened, so Genshin Impact made like billions of dollars, right? Billions. And so people didn't get free shit, and they started like review bombing the game, and it dropped as low as to like 1.9. And so people are just not having it. They're like, wow, greed, like all the greed, which is funny because they already the game that they're playing is greed, but it's like now they realize it,
Yeah.
which is kind of strange. So I don't know. I feel like when people are so invested into a game and they put so much money into it, suddenly they think that they can like make demands, right?
Okay. And that brings me to what I wanted to talk about this week. I mean, so tomorrow at 7 a.m., the last character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate gets revealed. And this is touted to be the very last character of that video game. So no matter what that character is, doesn't matter what it is, people are going to be mad. People are going to be upset. And the entitlement leads them to sometimes send death threats to developers. They complain on Twitter extensively. There's toxicity towards like devs and their families, and it's just I wanted to talk to you guys about like the entitlement in a fandom. Like, do you feel like those people that did spend the money to play the game, do you feel like those people are entitled to make demands like that?
I think it depends on the game. Like say Genshin Impact, right? Let's go back to that one. If I spent like $300 on the game and then the developers just like spit in my face, I'd be like, wow, fuck this, and I'd stop playing. And you have to imagine that I wouldn't be the only one to stop playing, right? So then there's like a risk you take, right? I mean, Smash is different. That's fucking stupid. Who cares about that? But like, if you don't want to cut off your supply of money, like ever, you want to keep the player base happy with these gacha games.
But if you're providing the same thing you've always been providing, why are these people feeling like you've robbed them? When all entirely, like, if Genshin Impact is releasing banners that they don't give you free shit,
because they've given free shit before in the past for less, is the thing. So like they've given away free stuff for like updates, free stuff for like minuscule holidays. So you would think the 1 year anniversary, like that's a big deal, and they give you nothing.
But isn't that just a nice like thing from the developers giving you free shit? They're not entitled to give you free shit.
They're not. No, they're not. But it keeps the player base happy, and it keeps them spending money.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That I think in a game that's being like continually developed and like the continually having things added to it to like make either like, well, you're making the players happy, but what you're really doing is extracting more money from them, right?
Yeah, you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you.
Or at the very least, you're keeping their time, right? And so the reason why they would want to throw a bone at their players, especially on anniversary, like they should have balled the hell out, because they made billions of dollars. Again, billion. That's a lot of money. They could have very easily said, here's all the things you guys could have like ever wished for, and we'll see you next month with another bundle. And then people will be so like, wow, like, oh my God, these developers, they care about us. Look at all this cool stuff. Let me give them some money.
Yep.
But if they give you cool stuff, what keeps you playing? Like, that's the thing. Like,
because they don't, they give you just enough.
For the next, give you just enough so you can keep
the next cool thing. That's what gets you playing.
Because here's the thing: they can give you the currency to summon the item. This is a strategy. They give you the currency to summon the item. You don't get the item, so what do? You're like, oh, I'll just put more money into the game until I get it. Like that's why, if the first taste is free, you're more likely to go back. So that's another reason why they're incentivized to give you free currency.
Or more people, like you gave a lot of free stuff, and people have this stuff because they, the odds were in their favor, and you see more people having the thing that you want, and it'll make you want the thing even more.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know how in tune with video games our audience is right now, but I've been known to partake in the big, if not the biggest gacha game of them all, which is FIFA. And FIFA will never, ever, ever give you anything for free.
And that's why you feel the way you feel about FIFA.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I do understand that when you're playing it, when you're in the thick of it, you're there and you're putting time and effort and money. Some people put money into the game so that you can get something that will eventually make you happy. Once you're happy, the new banner comes out, or the new player that is really, really good that you have to have in your team comes out, and you're never happy. You're always continuously trying to get happy. Which is the sad reality of how the psychology of those video games work. So when I say when I say that a developer, if they give you what you wanted and you're over here trying to continuously get happy and then they make me happy, what stops me from quitting the game there? It's just like, oh, I got what I wanted. I finally did it. I'm accomplished. But you guys said that, they'll give you just enough to make you feel like you're happy, but not really. You're just going to continue pushing forward. But
yeah, and there's a lot of other different examples of this kind of like I guess in a way you can call it entitlement, because you mentioned earlier they don't have to give you something for free. The same way that they don't have to remake the season 8 of Game of Thrones with competent writers.
yeah, that's that's one of those things that had me thinking about it, right? You got the Smash reveal happening tomorrow, but then the petition, the change.org petition that happened right after Game of Thrones ended.
Yeah, it's I just looked at it and it's at 1.8 million.
But why start at season 8 when you should go back to after the red wedding? That's when it really went downhill for me.
But as a creative, you don't put something out there and be like, this is what I worked for my entire life. This is what I want to put out there. And even if the Game of Thrones people actually just wanted to get out of the Game of Thrones,
that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, even if that happened, they don't owe you shit. They did what they wanted to do. They do not owe you a goddamn thing.
Yeah, that's why they want to replace them.
But that's the thing.
So do you guys think that the fans should have some sort of say on a work?
Yes and no.
I strongly believe no.
Okay, and then why yes and no, Jeff?
No, in a sense that if people listen to the fans, then everything's gonna be shitty because people don't know what they want.
Okay.
But when something is shitty, then when it's a consensus that this is shitty, then it's like, okay, well, what did we do wrong? What can we do better? You see this in video games all the time, where it's like, this character's broken, fix it, and then they'll be like, is it broken? Okay, yeah, it is broken. We'll fix it.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, there was major backlash, but the developers kept going, and they're like, all right, we'll add everything we promised, and now it's a very great game from what I've been told.
But what about like movies or a show? Because video games are something that you can just patch up and make better, right? On the fly. But a movie or a show that's already aired and released, you can't change it.
That's when it's a no, right?
You can't change something that's already been released like that.
There has been movies that have been patched. Between theater release and DVD release or whatever the fuck, or home release.
Right. I Met Your Mother was patched.
They get patched so that people can be happier with the product.
For sure, and there's some situations where you can do that, like the Sonic movie.
Yeah, exactly. The Sonic movie.
Shit ton of backlash for that debut trailer, and then they're like, "Oh, sorry guys, we'll make it better."
Yeah, and then from what I've been told, it's a good movie now.
Yeah,
Sonic actually looks good.
But at that point, I don't know. We're getting into a very slippery slope here, where we can bully people into making something as a society. When you start bullying a creative over what you want from them as opposed to what they want to put out, that's problematic, don't you guys think?
Oh, hell yeah, man. Because for some odd ass reason, people believe that like these writers are writing for them rather than just, a story that they envisioned.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
insane
fine.
to me.
Yeah, I don't think they should be doing that. But it's another thing if they're doing it for the money and it's a clear cash grab, then it's like, okay, well, I enjoyed this. You guys deliberately made this shitty. Fuck you. Like in Game of Thrones.
You know what I think is, because before people were upset at movies, right? But it seems like now more than ever, as soon as something comes out that people don't like, they voice their opinions very quickly, and the internet is fast, very fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the reasons why shit just doesn't pass anymore is because there's a lot of content creators that depend on certain shows or certain games. They depend on a product being good so that their channel and their livelihoods are good. And when things are bad, they're obviously going to voice that in YouTube videos or wherever it is that they're putting out their content, basically kind of morphing public opinion and bringing attention to it. Whereas the casual viewer might not even know, like, oh, I didn't know that game like gacha games have year anniversaries that they give us a bunch of stuff. Oh, I didn't know that Sonic's was gonna be a shit movie, like as far as like the debut, or et cetera, et cetera. The Game of Thrones too. But until you have someone that has like an influential voice in the community, because the fandoms are real, we know this.
But even then, I feel like those content creators thrive off of negativity.
And that's
negativity.
exactly what I was gonna get to, man. Negativity sells. And so people have all these works under a microscope, try to find a problem with it at every turn. And so you have writers that are on one hand trying to create their vision, they have their creative people, and then you have the audience that's hyper vigilant to see if you're making a mistake.
Well, think about it this way, where it's just like people, like, you work hard to get your next promotion, right? And a creative is the same way. These writers, these people who put stuff out into the world, they start off small and eventually get a following big enough so that they could land their dream job. Oh, I've always wanted to make a Super Mario game, but here I am making a Super Mario game. I've always wanted to do something. And then this Super Mario game, or whatever the hell this creative worked so hard for to put out there, and now your whole reputation and everything is hinged upon people wanting to see you fail. When those people that want to see you fail, they get bigger. And that whole like toxic wave, just I don't feel like it's right to destroy people with toxicity for something that they were brave enough to put out into the world.
I just let the sales speak for themselves. If it's a shit movie, it's a shit movie.
Yeah, and
if it's a good movie, then it's a good movie. The vocal minority is always going to be a thing. You're always going to hear the people who hate something the loudest. Always. No matter what.
Yeah, we never hear anybody saying, hey, this shit made me extremely happy.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to hear about the guy who fell asleep during the movie and then cried about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
Yeah, I like bullying people into what you want to see from them. It's not okay. And tomorrow at 7 a.m., when they announce the next Smash character, there's going to be death threats. There's going to be fucking severe fucking shit over something that doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter who the hell they put up in a Smash game. At the end of the day, it's a video game that you should play for fun. It's a video game that you play with friends. It's a video game. This thing isn't going to, like, getting hung up on Super Smash Brothers being your whole identity, being like, or Game of Thrones being who you are as a person, is really negative. And if you're going to severely threaten someone's life or livelihood or plan to cancel them over it, I don't think that's right, man, in any way, shape, or form.
God, I really hope it's anime sword fighter. The shitstorm. Oh my god! Please let it be an anime sword fighter.
Another sword character.
Another anime sword fighter. Please. Oh my god!
But you're adding to that fire, Jeff.
The
You're what I'm complaining against. Like that whole people wanting to see something burn for just the sake of burning.
I want to see the community burn. Yes, I think that's hilarious.
I want them to take a shower. That's what I want.
It's a give and take. These companies are extremely successful because they have subcultures of very passionate fans. But then that is a double-edged sword, because then if you don't appease them, then you're going to get that wave of negativity, right?
But think again, you're always going to hear the people who don't like the character more than the people that do. It's just the nature of things.
Yeah, I mean, like, let's say that you have 3 groups, right? And one person wants character A, the other wants B, and then the other wants C. You obviously can't make them all happy. So let's say you make character B, and then you have all of character A and C people pissed, right?
That's why you hope for character D and relish in the salt.
Oh.
If they put Waluigi in the game, if they're like, fuck it, we're putting Waluigi in the game. No, I wholeheartedly believe that this meme, this people like wanting Waluigi, I don't think anybody wants fucking Waluigi.
I want Waluigi. Fuck you.
I don't think anyone feels that passionate about Waluigi.
Dude, Waluigi and all his stuff is basically making fun of the fandom. Like a kind of like Nintendo or like whoever develops Smash Brothers. I forget their name. Just kind of like a FU to the community and just laugh at them with Waluigi. That'd be great.
I mean, all the other shouts are actually ridiculous. So the way Smash Brothers picks characters is they have to originate from video games, but people want Goku for some reason. People don't understand that Goku does not come from a video game.
Rob didn't come from a video game, Edwin. That's already disproven.
But Rob is like Nintendo's like IP straight through and through.
Yeah, but it's not a video game character.
But Nintendo can choose what to do with their characters.
Yeah, exactly. So give us Goku. They can choose. Goku's been in video games. Man. Give us Goku.
That's a Nintendo through and through. Like the thing is, they said for like guest characters, they have to originate from video games. So we'll see what happens with Nintendo tomorrow, but you can be sure that Twitter is going to blow up for whatever happens tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
I don't even care. Yeah. I'm just going to wake up at 10 and check Reddit.
I mean, okay, so let's say something that you... has there ever been something you truly, absolutely adored let you down? Like Game of Thrones, what did you feel?
The Dodgers have done that for like 20 years, bro. Okay?
He's numb to it now.
They finally did it last year, okay?
Oh, man.
All right, we want to talk about pain?
No.
I mean, Chelsea never gives their players a chance. They always sell them off, and then when they become successful in another team, they buy them for tenfold the price that they sold them. That's
but they still win. So why the fuck do you care?
Yeah, they win. But
why do you care how billionaires spend their money?
They could have kept the player, but they sell them off, and the hardship of seeing a player that you're so attached to just get sold off for nothing, for peanuts, and then they perform and they become great, and then everybody loves them, and it's just like you knew that player was special before they left. You knew that they were special and they were in your team and you loved them, and they just got sold. And then your team's like, okay. You know what? We really like them. We're bringing them back, but we're wasting so many resources.
Why do you care how billionaires spend their money, Edwin?
Yeah, just be happy the player's back.
Because be happy he's back.
because as a fandom, you really like. At least I do. I care about how the finances of Chelsea go because
Fuck that, dude. They're billionaires.
you want to stay on top. You want to stay on top. You want to have good finances so that eventually. Oh,
You know what the
sorry.
Dodgers said to finance? They fucking lit a briefcase full of money on fire, and they were like, "Yeah, tax us. We don't give a fuck." They're like 50 million over the threshold.
Man.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And I
you don't feel attached to any farm players or anything coming through the ranks when you see them playing for their first team, and you're like, oh shit, like this is good. This feels good. We didn't have to.
I
Go
mean,
and buy.
yeah, I see like Verdugo. He's doing great with the Red Sox. I'm not gonna sit here and cry about Verdugo because we got fucking Mookie Betts out of that trade.
got him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes shit happens. We lost Jock Peterson. That fucking sucks. I cheered my ass off when I saw him play with the Braves. But
Yeah.
still, it's like, we can't afford to sign him. He's getting more playtime now.
And you know what?
We didn't re-sign Kike. He's getting more playtime now.
And the Dodgers fans don't care about Dodgers finances because
Nope.
clearly the game that I went to was sold out. You think people care?
Nope. They could have afforded to keep all these players, but it's not like that's not going to give us a better chance to win.
Yeah, at the end of the day, there's luck involved in everything, So, but I mean, that's it. You guys, do you have anything else you guys want to add to?
I actually have something that I've actually been quite tilted about for the past 2 weeks.
Let's
Speak
do
it.
it.
Get on your soapbox.
Dude. So I don't really follow too many subreddits, right? But I do follow relationship advice. Why? I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Because I don't think their advice is very good. But maybe I just follow it because I just want to
Comedy, dude.
want to remind myself how dumb people are. But so a lot of the stories, who knows if they're even real? But for those who don't know, like r/, relationship advice is basically a subreddit where people go and ask Reddit, like, for advice on their relationships, as the name says. And a lot of these stories are, some of them, yeah, it's like very deep, right? Like, oh, my boyfriend, he tried to what is that called? When a guy tries to impregnate a woman, and he's telling her like, oh no, I'm wearing a condom, don't worry, but he like tries to get her pregnant anyway.
Lying?
There's like there's a term for that.
What?
That was one of the
Oh
that's
my
one of the
God.
last ones I read. And when something like that happens, yes, the advice is under that story is like, yo, you gotta leave him. Some people are saying you might need to take legal action because he's, it could be classified as the R word. And it's just like, yikes. Okay, so like that story, if true, is a big yikes. And then you have others that are like, oh, like my man doesn't he doesn't clean around the house, and he just wants to be at home all day, and like I don't know,
playing New World.
It's not even like that. It'll be like, so my husband works 5 days a week for 10 hours a day, and he
Yeah.
just doesn't want to do anything on Saturdays.
He doesn't have the energy to come fuck me, dude.
And everyone's like,
Ah.
bro, leave his ass. He doesn't love you. Get a lawyer. Delete
Yeah.
the Facebook. Leave him.
Thank you, Jeff. Yes, that's a perfect example. So some of these complaints are ridiculous, and the advice is always the same. Leave this person. If he's not making you happy, leave, divorce, etc., etc. What pisses me off is that not in relationships, things are not black and white.
Bro, I love that's a huge red flag. They always throw that one out too. So I was on a date with this guy, and he had to take a phone call from his mother. That's a huge red flag. That's a huge. You got to stay away from that
Oh
guy.
yeah, that means that he's a mama's boy. He cares more about his mom than you, clearly.
Yeah, it's our second date. No, that's a huge red flag. So I've
He
been
has
with my
the
husband.
Oedipus.
Yeah, Oedipus complex. Yeah.
He has the Oedipus complex. He wants to have sex with his mom. You should leave him.
I've been married to this guy for 10 years, and he just didn't want to wash the dishes this time. That's a huge red flag. I don't know how you didn't catch that when you started dating him. You should leave him.
Holy shit, this is what I wanted to talk about, but Jeff has way more on it than I do.
Yeah, Jeff sounds just as tilted as you are.
Bro, because
Let's
it's
do
just
it.
funny, man. Like you
Yo.
just read through them and you're just laughing because it's so ridiculous. It's the most minuscule thing, and it's always the same shit. It's like, oh, you gotta leave them.
Yeah, like 90% of the advice is always like divorce or separation. And it's never, I mean, yeah, some people will say get like
You're overreacting.
you get relationship counseling, right? Or like marriage
Yeah,
counseling.
that's always at the bottom though. No one ever uploads that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like you got to really scroll down for those. Some of these problems are just not that serious. And I mean, I think it's already weird that people are asking strangers for advice. But at the end of the day, it's kind of more like for entertainment, it seems.
Bro, I just looked up relationship advice top for the week. One of the top comments on one of these relationship advice is it just says run in capital letters and if I'm counting correctly, 30 red emoji flags.
Damn.
Big red flag, man.
That's a lot of
what.
that's a lot.
It's a red flag, man. You gotta run.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta hit the lawyer, delete the gym, and make a Facebook.
Dude, I looked up the statistic, and so nearly 50% of U.S. adults are single. So I wonder how much of that is like misery needs company type of stuff.
Are we gonna start dating 2D girls now? What's up? What's going on over here in America?
2D girl, I don't know, man.
VTubers? Are we gonna make our own VTuber? And then just that be our waifu?
Are we also gonna start seeing declining birth rates over here?
Hasn't that already been a thing?
Yeah, I think people are just getting pregnant later, marrying later, etc.
So
it's hard for me to gauge this because Reddit is not representative of the population, right?
and it's also a one-sided interaction here.
The story from one side, yeah.
Yeah, this person's always just gonna be like, he did this to me or she did this to me, and then you don't know what the fuck this person's doing to them.
Yeah.
You know?
I just wonder if we because you read this kind of stuff a lot online of like men ain't shit, and then men reply with like women just they're not the same as they used to be, and it's like it's a situation where neither side is happy with the other, and then when somebody is happy with someone, like in this Reddit, they're like, "Oh, that's a red flag." It's like relationships are all about work and all about compromise and all that good stuff, right? All those cliches. But
communication, man, you gotta talk it out. Why the fuck go to an online forum to complain with some fucking sexless virgins out there, people who've never met somebody and had a meaningful interaction with, you know? And then these are the people you're asking advice from. You know, these are the people who've never put any real work into any relationship ever because they spend all day indoors, not doing shit to talk to individuals, to people in real life. It's just like, why are you gonna go talk to your significant other? And if it's not working like that, if it truly is that toxic, that's a big red flag, bro.
You need more friends.
Yeah,
that's a red flag.
That's a red flag on both of your parts. Jesus,
yeah,
it's just
that's just something that's like really been getting my blood boiling because
I unfollowed that subreddit.
Yeah, I think I might just do that too. I don't know why I follow it. Maybe I don't know.
That's a default subreddit that is like when you make an account, everybody has it, and you can see it every time you log on to Reddit.
Oh, so maybe I don't follow it. It's just there.
Yeah, so just unfollow it. I consider myself a big feminist as well, but I also unfollowed double X chromosome or whatever. What is it called, Jeff?
I think 2X chromosome.
Yeah, 2X chromosome. Just people complaining about the slightest things, whether relationships or, it's not good for you to be surrounded in negativity all the time. It's also not good to avoid problems and just confront them.
So if people are marrying later, having kids later, all that kind of stuff, and then you also have people actively telling others about red flags, it's like, when is anyone ever going to get together and make that commitment? That's what I wonder, because it's very, very difficult to find perfect.
And it's not going to be perfect. You have to find something that makes you happy and works for you. And it's just like, and for every little thing, like I love video games. I could be spending more time, doing something more productive, but even then that could be considered a red flag for those fucking Redditors out there, Oh, he spends an hour or two playing video games every day. That's a huge red flag. He should be cuddling you. Girl, know your worth.
Girl.
Denise, know your worth, Denise.
Yeah, you should leave this bum. Fucking playing video games.
Missed all the red flags, man.
I don't know
sorry,
how
you
Denise.
missed them.
Yeah, he has enough time to do what he that makes him happy. Like, what? You should make him happy, girl. What are you doing?
He's not happy enough with you?
He's not happy enough with you. Like, leave his ass.
Right. When New World released, I literally told my girlfriend, like, hey, like we're still together, all right? But, like, on Tuesday, like, I'm not here, okay?
I don't exist to you, okay?
I don't exist to anyone. I'll be in the New World.
Don't look me in the eyes on Tuesday.
Yeah. It's that's a tough one, and this is just me kind of like predicting a little bit in the future. We're gonna have an insane amount of people like single in their 40s, never married,
and be very unhappy with life.
And what I really wonder is what kind of industry is gonna come from this.
Ooh, interesting.
Like, should we get into like the sex doll business now, boys, or what? Are we gonna invest?
We gotta look up at the startups.
We gotta get a startup going.
Get in early, man.
It's gonna be a lot of lonely people.
Maid cafes. What are those things called in Asia where you go to a bar and you're drinking, and then you have a girl just sitting next to you?
Oh, I don't know.
And they just talk to you like they're your girlfriend for the day, kind of thing.
People sell cuddling services.
Yeah, the cuddling service for sure.
Yeah.
I went to Portland and there was one there. It sounded tempting, dude.
Damn, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag. Denise.
I was single at the time. Sorry, Denise. You found out that I was tempted by a cuddling service when I was single.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Okay, maybe we should cut
this
it
whole
here.
podcast?
Let's cut it here.
Before Edwin reveals anything
this
else.
This podcast is a huge red flag for.
You're on the hot seat, man. There's a lot of red flags going around.
That's funny.
Oh,
well, I mean, like, I remember when Guilty Gear Strive came out, I was like a whole year of me just being super amped for that game. And the week it released, I went to go see my girlfriend for the weekend, and I was with her for the whole weekend. And I was thinking about Guilty Gear Strive. I even told her, like, it came out. I'm here hanging out with you. I love you. I love spending time with you. But the anticipation of a whole year's of anticipation was that weekend. Then I went to go visit her. And that's a compromise that I took, right? I'm not here being like, oh, I'm so fucking great over it, right? But it's a compromise that you have to take for relationships to kind of make everything and everyone happy in one, you know? And
I think
so
like
funny.
what seems as a sacrifice for you is not a sacrifice for her.
Yeah, 100%, 100%, and that's a huge red flag.
I mean, I didn't want to say it.
It's so funny, man. Taking advice from nerds. Here we are. Okay?
Yeah, if
Here we
if
are.
anybody listening to this and you're stuck around for this long, shoot us a message and we'll give you relationship advice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell yeah,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
would be great.
We're very
You know?
good at identifying red flags.
Yep.
Know your worth, Queen and
Delete
King.
Facebook.
That's how we're gonna start everything. Know your worth. Call you king or queen, your whatever adjective you'd like. Let's see. Put 30 bread emoji flags.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Yeah.
Yeah, work-
We'll help you out. Don't worry. We'll hook you up. And you can reach us at our website, tiltednuster.com, where you'll find links to our Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit. You can listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube.
Remember to join us to share your questions and voice your thoughts on what has you tilted, not stirred.
Peace.
That's a red flag.